sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Number 34.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Credit Melvin Ingram, able to get into the backfield and make the stop. On 2nd down, Mostert, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He was just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to. Get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
D Ford that time showing what he can do defensively. Credit him with a tackle for loss. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
On the play. 1st down, Arizona.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Second down and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And this is 3rd down.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
2nd and 2. At the 20.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Christian Kirk.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Pick up of 3.
Shotgun now for Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Complete to Keenan
Allen.
Touchdown.
There to make the grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 30.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 6-0 our score after 1. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Murray, he'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. 3rd down here.
It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Murray. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Able to find Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Murray's pass.
Andy Isabella, 36 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he's brought down. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you have two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Corey Peters there to bring him down.
1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Garoppolo lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the drive with Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 10.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Murray now to throw. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. Garoppolo, a great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Garoppolo now. Got his target, Samuel. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Garoppolo looks to throw once more toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 14. 49ers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Christian Kirk. Incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now he'll tuck it and run. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he gets it down deep in his... San Francisco territory.
59 yards. And
a real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Chase Edmonds, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He was brought down by Devon Kennard. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
At the 25-yard line.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
They'll take over.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll be out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run for it with Peterson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. perfect. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Switch. Jump.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 17, Garoppolo. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
On 2nd and 7, Murray escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams there to make the grab. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7.
35. 49ers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. He'll let this go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mostert a 1st down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Here's Mostert, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, 5 interceptions. Is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Edmonds, the ball carrier.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Brings up
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw on 3rd down, Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
13 yards. 1st down, Arizona.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And a Cardinal 1st down.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Down by Jimmy Ward.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Peterson. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Arizona, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA